Three British TV presenters arrived in Argentina expecting to film another fun car episode. Instead, they ended up fleeing the country under police escort while an angry crowd threw rocks at their vehicles. A single license plate was enough to trigger an international crisis and turn a television show into one of the biggest scandals in automotive history, because Argentina believed Top Gear had just mocked the Falklands War. But here's the strange part: some people still believe it was all an accident, while others are convinced Jeremy Clarkson knew exactly what he was doing from the very beginning. And more than a decade later, nobody completely agrees on the truth. This is the story of the most dangerous episode Top Gear ever filmed. By 2014, Top Gear was no longer just a car show. It was one of the biggest television phenomena on the planet. Hosted by Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May,
What a supercar should sound like.
the BBC programme had accomplished something almost impossible. It made even people who didn't care about cars watch a show about cars. And the reason was simple. Top Gear wasn't really about engines or technical specifications. It was about chaos, humour, competition, explosions, and ridiculous adventures around the world. Clarkson was the absolute centre of the show. Controversial, arrogant, sarcastic, and completely unpredictable. His provocative style was exactly what made millions of people love the programme, while millions of others hated it. And that combination of humour and controversy had turned Top Gear into a massive ratings machine. Every international special seemed bigger and more ambitious than the last. They had crossed deserts, travelled through Africa, driven across Vietnam, and destroyed cars on almost every continent. And now they wanted to film a new special in the Argentinian Patagonia. On paper, it sounded perfect. Incredible landscapes, endless roads, and 3 sports cars driving through one of the most beautiful places on Earth. The concept was simple. Each presenter would drive a different car. Jeremy Clarkson chose a Porsche 928 GT, Richard Hammond drove a Lotus Esprit V8, and James May travelled in a Ford Mustang Mach-1. The journey would begin near Bariloche and millions of dollars invested into the filming process. During the first few days, everything seemed to be going perfectly. The team filmed jokes, landscapes, and ridiculous challenges just like a license plate on Jeremy Clarkson's Porsche. The car carried a plate that read H982FKL. At first, 982 could be interpreted as 1982, the year of the Falklands War, and FKL looked extremely similar to the word Falklands. Within hours, Argentinian social media exploded. Very quick, newspapers started describing the plate as a national insult, and social media filled with messages accusing Top Gear of mocking Argentina. Meanwhile, the production team insisted the entire thing was a coincidence. According to the BBC, proving the car had already been registered with that plate long before travelling to South America. But for many people, that still wasn't enough. Members of the production crossed the border into Chile. Others abandoned vehicles and equipment behind. Several cars spread around the world. After the incident, Jeremy Clarkson repeatedly denied the plate. For years, the show had constantly used British humour to make fun of almost everyone. France, the United States, Germany, India, Mexico, no crossing the line entirely. And while millions of people loved the show precisely because of that, it also meant something was eventually going to go wrong. Top Gear can never truly be recreated. Modern television works very differently. 3 presenters could drive across entire countries, making ridiculous jokes without anyone fully knowing what might happen next. And sometimes, like in Argentina, the consequences are far more than just another television episode. It turned into a perfect example of how entertainment, politics, history, and car culture can collide in completely